Data brought to us by the Bothan spies pinpoints the exact location of the Emperor's new battle station. Many Bothans die.
What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and in today's video I will be talking about Bothans and their home planet, Bothawi. Yeah, if you like this type of video, then please consider liking and subscribing for more videos on species. In the comments you can say which species I should do next. Alright, without further ado, let's get talking about Bothans and their home. Alright, first and foremost I will cover the information on the planet and then the species. So their home planet is Bothawi, obviously. It is terrain-wise, it's got plains, mountains, forest, and urban, so cities and stuff like that. It's pretty kind of a standard planet. It is 9,000 kilometers in diameter, and their day is 27 standard hours, and their year is 351 local days. They have a population of 2.5 billion, and 2.5 billion. The species is Bothans, obviously, and then their the breakdown is 98% Bothans, 1% humans, and 1% other. The language spoken here is Bothan, obviously, and their government is the Bothan Council. Their major export is technology, and their major import is also technology. And the system is Bothan, the Bothan system. And yeah, it has some other planets in the system: Yeltha, Taboth, Vervsidra. You have Bothawi Prime, which is the sun, Golm, Ganesh, Hapawi, and Gentawi. And then here's a little bit about Bothawi. For spies and infochants, Bothawi is the ultimate test, a world drenched in espionage. Bothawi's stone towers are home to a staggering number of plots and counterplots, with agents from the Empire, Rebellion, Hutspace, Black Sun, Slaver Rings, Megacorps, and guilds meeting, spying on one another, and running afoul of double and triple crosses. And why not? The ruthless pursuit of power and influence is known unapologetically as the Bothan way, and the Bothans care not a whit if this instinctive opportunism causes non-Bothans to regard them with suspicion or open loathing. For millennia, the Bothans have been masters at keeping their freedom and independence in a galaxy full of enemies, negotiating canny deals with the Hutts, the Republic, and the Empire. Bothan space is a nexus of trade routes and an important base of operations for many megacorps, with low taxes and a minimum of red tape. Bothans loathe bureaucracy nearly as much as they love intrigue. The Empire maintained a remarkably hands-off policy toward Bothan space, mindful of its economic importance and usefulness as a check against Hutt ambitions, while wary of the damage the Bothan spy net could cause. The Bothans played an influential role within both the Rebel Alliance and the New Republic, helping retrieve intelligence on both the Second Death Star and the Emperor's World Devastators. Though many elements of those organizations never fully trusted the spy masters, it didn't help that Emperor Palpatine proved a master at using unwitting Bothan spies for his own advantage. After the Empire's collapse, the Kamas document crisis sparked anti-Bothan demonstrations and riots on New Republic worlds. The use of New Republic ships to guard Bothan space during the Yuuzhan Vong invasion sparked further resentment, despite New Republic Chief of State Borsk Falia sacrificing himself to kill thousands of Vong on Coruscant. In the Corellia-Coruscant conflict, Bothawi sided with Corellia after Galactic Alliance secret police killed many Bothans on Coruscant. Now let's see where Bothawi is on the map. Bothawi is located in the mid-rim in the in the mid rim you have other planet, like Kashyyyks in the mid rim, Mandalore, Dathomir, a few others, and then yeah, so that'll give you an idea. Coruscant is in the core, and that, and then obviously places like Mustafar or Tatooine are in the outer rim. So that'll kind of. Now for the main event. Bothans are short, furry humanoids native to the planet Bothawi in the Midrim, although they have established colonies on other worlds such as Kothlis and Torolis. The Bothans evolved long ago from feline progenitors, though they retain only a few attributes that connect them with their ancestral background. They are covered entirely with fur, the color of which can range from milky white to dark brown. The hair on their face tapers downward to form a type of beard. Their fur serves as an additional transmitter for the Bothans' body language. Undulations in the hair on the head signify their emotional state or emphasize important points during a discussion. These subtle changes are usually difficult to decipher by those who are not members of the species. Although some outsiders have learned to read these nonverbal cues with great accuracy, such a knowledge of Bothan behavior is extremely helpful when negotiating with this intelligent and opportunistic people. Also similar to most cat species, they possess sharp eyes and teeth, as well as 5-fingered hands with nails that extend and retract, though they rarely use them unless they find themselves in one-on-one combat. And in Bothan culture this is a rare occurrence, which explains why most outsiders are unaware that they even have this ability. Bothans express themselves with great eloquence, and mastery of public speaking is an accomplishment that merits prestige in their culture. They are consummate politicians, and as such, they are important players in the arena of galactic politics, well known for their intelligence-gathering abilities. Bothans are considered unsurpassed in that field. Preceding the Battle of Endor, many of them sacrificed their lives to steal the technical schematics for the second Death Star, as well as the information that the Emperor would be present conducting an inspection of the station during the rebels' planned attack. For this and other reasons, they achieved an influential role in the New Republic's government. The New Republic military prided itself on its Bothan members, with Bothans serving in every capacity from pilot to admiral. One Bothan in particular, Borsk Faelia, served as chief of state before uncharacteristically sacrificing himself during the Yuuzhan Vong invasion of Coruscant. Despite Faelia's noble deed, status is almost always the goal of Bothans. The quest for influence and power is at the heart of their culture. By nature, Bothans are greedy for status, often becoming manipulative and opportunistic while seeking the prestige that comes from controlling others. Wealth isn't as important to them as influencing those who have money, and family clans frequently plot ways of gaining resources and strategic positioning. When a Bothan clan desires something, be it information, an object, or a position of power, members will spy on one another, spread rumors, and make convenient alliances. They seldom attack a competitor directly, usually waiting for rivals to make mistakes. One side effect of these cultural motivations is that Bothans are also habitually paranoid, believing that anyone who's not working for them is working against them. Unfortunately, their paranoia is usually well-founded. Layer upon layer of schemes swirl around any clan, and outsiders who associate with Bothans often find themselves unwittingly caught up in the web of intrigue. This paranoia can be taken to extremes against other species to the extent of xenophobia and prejudice, and can blind Bothans to the genuine good intentions of others, often to their own detriment. They simply do not attribute a lack of guile to these beings with whom they come into contact. Bothawi and all the Bothan colonies are locally governed by the Bothan Council, which consists of representatives of each clan and serves as the primary lawmaking and law enforcement body. Each of the member clans is a collection of families who have bonded together in a common tradition or heritage. Currently, approximately 600 clans are part of the council, and more than 50 others have petitioned for membership. These newer clans are typically from smaller, younger settlements that have formed apart from the established colonies. In order to be accepted for membership, a simple majority of the council must approve a petition, and representatives of new clans are constantly engaged in forming alliances to meet their goal of inclusion. In order to manage council business, the members elect one of their number to become the council chief. All policies are decided by a majority vote, with the chief holding the tie-breaking call when necessary. Every council member heads up several ministries and committees and appoints clan leaders to positions of importance. Payoffs and rewards are common, as these clan leaders in turn assign others in their retinue to lower-level positions. This centuries-old system of finding favor and gaining power enables Bothans of any clan or background to attain prestige and influence if they manage to play by the right rules. It also allows powerful clans to maintain their established realms of control on Bothawui. The Bothans have long been a spacefaring race, settling on many planets outside Bothawui, the most notable of which is Kothless. However, anything that can be found on Bothawui is found on its colonies. Though the newer settlements that are still not official members of the Bothan Council get less attention in terms of goods and services, all the more motivation for them to use intrigue and stratagem to push their agenda in the council. Thus, Bothans of these upstart colonies can be some of the most ambitious and backstabbing examples of the species that one may encounter. Set in the heart of Bothan space in the Mid-Rim, Bothawui's location has made it a major trading center and hub for shipping convoys. Business thrives there, especially because the low tax rates and governmental bureaucracy are not overly burdensome. Several major galactic banking and financial institutions have cited their corporate headquarters there, employing thousands of Bothans in their operations, as well as in major trading exchanges centered on Bothawui. While banking and finance appears to be the fastest growing legitimate business on Bothawui, spying is still the Bothans' main industry. Everyone comes to Bothawui to get information, even though it can often come at a hefty price. The Bothan Spynet, an underground system for buying and selling all forms of data, is just as active as it was under the rule of the Empire. Organized crime factions, political leaders, and corporate moguls arrive on the Bothans' world to get an inside scoop. And yet, for all the Bothans' deceptive nature and quests for self-advancement, Bork's Phalia's death is just one example revealing the core of their being. At heart, the majority of Bothans are brave and loyal, and they will serve causes that they believe in to the bitter end. Many other species find Bothans difficult to deal with because they seem to lack selflessness. But in reality, most Bothans ultimately do believe in freedom and sacrifice to achieve a venerable goal. They will take chances and risk much in any conflict that threatens those they love or those to whom they've pledged loyalty. All right, that is a bit about Bothans and their planet. A very interesting species, Everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people know that they're spies, but, it's kind of nice to see that they're not just pure spies, that they do have they're a little bit more complex than just backstabbing spies, so that's pretty cool. All right, so what did you think of Bothans? And did you learn anything new about Bothans? And, you can let me know in the comments section what you thought of Bothans and that. And if you want, you can pick the next species that for the next video, the next species video. And if you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.